So we're going to talk about 5 types of people who drain your energy. 5. I want you to look at this and see if these people are in your life. Each one I describe, I want you to decide or try to figure out if this person is in your life, okay? So today is the 20th 5 types of people who drain your energy. Word of the day is energy vampires. Word of the day is energy vampires. Energy vampires are people who feed on emotional energy and leave you dry and brittle. They feed off of your, instead of blood, they feed off of your energy, your emotional energy, and they leave you feeling dry and brittle. When you get through talking to an energy vampire, particularly if you're an empath, you end up taking on all of that stuff they just told you, and it brings your mood down. So like an hour or 2 later, you in a horrible mood, and you don't even know why. If you're not in tune with yourself, if you don't have proper self-awareness, you'll be sitting around just thinking you're depressed, when really what it could be is the person you're having a conversation with is an energy vampire pulling your energy. Hey, I'm in the middle of the room. You gotta apply, so you gotta have a seat right there, man. All right, moving on. Energy vampires. People who feed on emotional energy and leave you dry and brittle. People who feed on our willingness to listen. Just listening to these people drains your energy. They don't have to punch you. They don't have to do anything physical to you. All you have to do is sit around and listen to them long enough, and they will drain your emotional energy. Whatever they're going through, you'll be feeling like you're going through it. So, saying of the day is, today I hope you woke up with love. Saying of the day is, today I hope you woke up with love. I hope you woke up with love for life, love for others, and most importantly, love for yourself. Today I hope you woke up with love, love for life, love for others, and most importantly, love for yourself. This talk is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional advice, treatment, guidance, or diagnosis. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, substance use and abuse, or suicidal thoughts, dial 988. 988 is available 24/7 nationwide and staffed by trained crisis counselors who are just a text or a call away. 5 types of people who drain your energy. Is there someone in your life who makes you feel emotionally exhausted just by being around them? Rhetorical. It's rhetorical. Is there someone in your life who makes you feel emotionally exhausted just by being around them? Do you know anyone who leaves you feeling upset? They leave you feeling anxious or stressed out whenever you're with them. If this is the case, you may have an energy vampire in your life, but make no mistake, not everyone you dislike, let's be clear, not everyone you dislike, not everyone you disagree with or find hard to get along with is an energy vampire. So just because you dislike the person, just because you don't agree with the person, just because you don't get along with a person doesn't make that person an energy vampire. Energy vampires are often friends, family members, co-workers who feed on our willingness to listen to them, our willingness to attend to them, and our willingness to care for them, which can leave us feeling mentally and emotionally drained. So most of the time, the energy vampires are the people who are the closest to you, who are the closest in your life, who are going to drain your energy. 5 types of people who drain your energy, who are energy vampires. Number 1, the issue maker. They make everything a problem. They make everything an issue. This is the type of person, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your aunt, it could be your cousin. Whoever they talking to, they the victim. They know how to make a story sound so good and make you feel so bad for them. But when it's the flip side, they'll be talking about you next week. The issue maker. A common kind of energy vampire, the issue maker, is that person who loves to gossip and create conflict and push other people's buttons just because they can. Let me say it again. The issue maker is that person who loves to gossip and create conflict and push other people's buttons just because they can. If they have access to you and if they can push your buttons, they're going to do it. And the only way they're not going to do it is they got to not be able to have access to you. But if they got it, they're going to try you. They thrive on crisis. They thrive on crises. If crises isn't in their life, they don't feel comfortable. That's normal to them. That's normal to them, even if it ain't got nothing to do with them. The issue maker. These are the type of people who can't even go out to the damn club, because when some people start fighting, they go run up in the middle of it trying to break it up and they get punched in their face. They thrive on crisis and love to stir up trouble just so they can be the center of attention. They'll be at the wedding, they'll cause an incident so everybody can focus on them. They'll be at the funeral trying to pull somebody out the coffin so everybody can crowd around and gather around them. Nothing is beneath them. They will use any and every opportunity to bring the focus back to them. I know we at this funeral, but y'all don't understand what I done went through and what I'm going through right now. They want the attention. They thrive in crisis and love to stir up trouble just so they can be the center of attention. They often make mountains out of molehills just to gain the sympathy of others because they have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Many energy vampires have similarities with those diagnosed with antisocial, borderline, and or narcissistic personality disorder. 5 types of people who drain your energy. Number 2. The user. The user. The person who is only around you for what they can get from you. The user. Another type of energy vampire a lot of us encounter is a freeloader. The user is known to prey on those too polite or too powerless to push back against them. They are bullies by nature. They prey on the weak. They prey on those who don't speak up for themselves. They prey on those who don't stand up for themselves, don't have a problem with it. Enjoy it, actually. The user, another type of energy vampire a lot of us encounter, is a freeloader. The user is known to prey on those too polite or too powerless to push back against them. The self-victimizing type of energy vampire is the kind of person who doesn't know how to take responsibility for their actions or admit their mistakes. Let me say it one more time. This type of energy vampire is the kind of person who doesn't know how to take responsibility for their actions or admit to their mistakes. They rather blame everyone else for whatever's going wrong in their life and often expect others to co-sign their BS. Their woe is me attitude makes them seem like hypocrites to everyone but themselves. And their constant need for you to take their side and affirm their mindset can be emotionally draining. 5 types of people who drain your energy. Number 3, the dominator, the bully, the person who wants to dominate you. There's a kind of energy vampire that always tries to one-up you, never wanting to be outdone or outshone. These vampires don't want to share the spotlight or the credit. They don't want to share the spotlight. They don't want to share the credit. And they're in a constant competition with you. They got to one-up you. No matter what good going on in your life, they got something better going on. No matter how happy you is about something coming up, they're going to get you to focus on what bad can happen in that situation. They don't want you to be happy about anything. Here we go. There's a kind of energy vampire that always tries to one-up you, never wanting you to be outdone or outshone. These vampires don't want to share the spotlight or the credit. Narcissistic and envious, they can't be happy for you when you share good news with them. Instead, they try to put you down with backhanded compliments and thinly veiled insults. People who love to feel superior over others, like the dominating energy vampire, can be exhausting to be around because how they constantly compete with you over the tiniest of things. They often won't let you in, and they feel the need to put you down just to make themselves feel good. 5 types of people who drain your energy. Number 4, the critic. The critic always has something to say about you. They always got something to say about what you're doing. They always in your business. They're always worrying about somebody else. They don't care who. They gonna gossip and critic and criticize everybody. They so damn petty. It'd be your great auntie, and she concerned calling, trying to find out what's going on with the grandkids. Get out the grandkids' damn business. Really? Gossiping about the young kids. Oh, she pregnant now? She only 15. You got pregnant when you was 14. What are you talking about? You forgot? When you grown and you can't stay out of teenagers' business, you got issues. I mean, teenagers that are not even your kids. You call into Atlanta, you call in your family you don't even visit just so you can get the dip. You just want the tea. So you can spread it around. You done called the auntie in New York. Now, did you hear about her little daughter? Did you hear her son accused of touching on somebody? Come on. These are the people I'm talking about. The critic. Always yapping on the phone. Always gossiping. Always in somebody's business. Always criticizing somebody. A type of energy vampire who gets their kicks out of constantly criticizing those around them. These vampires prey on all your insecurities. Don't make a mistake. Oh, man, they're going to act like it's the worst thing ever happened in the world. Don't make a mistake and give them some fuel. Because they're going to talk about you whether you give them something or not, let alone you give them something. This type of energy vampire who gets their kick out of constantly criticizing those around them. These vampires prey on all your insecurities. And while it may sound obvious that people like this are red flags to your mental health, it can sometimes be difficult to recognize this behavior in others, especially if they're close friends who appear friendly and well-intentioned. Don't be fooled, though. This kind of energy vampire will suck all your confidence dry if you're not careful. Energy vampires are overly critical and find issues with just about everyone and everything in their lives. 5 type of people who drain your energy. And number 5, the final one, the fake friend. The fake friend. Because everybody who you call a friend is not your friend. I just seen a video on Facebook yesterday of a guy who's sitting in a restaurant with his friends. They're eating. He's having some sort of an attack, whether it's a stroke, whether he's having a heart attack. His eyes are open. He's not responding. It's the server, a lady, trying to get him some help, trying to figure out. His friends are just sitting there eating, watching. Go look at the video, bro. Everybody who you call your friend, most people you call your friend is not your friend. I mean, I'm not talking about most of the people who you think are your friends are not your friends. You want to know why? Because you don't know who your damn friend is until they get tested. And some of y'all got friends you've been around for years who never, ever, ever, ever been tested. Ain't never had no tests. I'm talking about when you need a bill paid and you need some help with something, can you count on your friend without them talking about you? When you need a lift, will they go out of their way, or will they tell you to go call somebody else? I'm talking about real friends, man. Everybody you call your friend is not your friend. The fake friend. The fake friend in need is always eager to exploit your good nature. You also better be careful about fake friends who are always in need. Fake friends who are always in need. They may be just using you. They may be just using you. The fake friend in need is always eager to exploit your good nature and use it against you. If they know you're a good person, if they know you're the type of person you'll go out your way for others, they will exploit that to the bottom. They'll drain you, man. This type of energy vampire will first try to get close to you. That's how you better be careful about these people, because they know how to wedge themselves into your life, because when they first come into your life, they're going to do a lot for you. If you ain't on your feet, they'll help you get on your feet. Oh, you need some money? Here, let me loan you some money. Oh, you